Alright, what up YouTube? Doomnyc here with deck Doctor number 12. This one is for Cyrussrulez. He asked me to do a deck doctor on his Yubel deck. So I thought it would be fun. So this is what I came up with. So yeah, let's get started. First off, we run double Yubel. You got everybody pretty much in Yu-Gi-Oh! Knows what this card does. So it's a great stall card, but 0 attack, 0 defense, and if your opponent attacks it, they take the damage. So obviously your opponent's not going to attack this card, and actually they're probably not even going to want to destroy it. They're going to try to figure out another way to get rid of this by, you know, removing it from play or something. But yeah, 2 Yubels. Then we run 2 Terra Incarnate. This is actually the best Yubel card out of the 3 because this one, it's the same effect. If they attack it, they take the damage, but every turn, see, like with Yubel on the field, every turn you have to tribute one of your monsters, which is kind of bad. But with Terra Incarnate, when he's on the field, all monsters but himself get destroyed at the end phase. So that's really good, and that's going to set up the big play for this deck. So 2 of these. And for last one, Ultimate Nightmare. This card's really good, but not as good as Terra Incarnate. It doesn't have like an end phase effect. This card's main thing is if you have, like, if your opponent has clear back rows and you just attack, like, you can attack into their monster, they take the damage, and their monster gets destroyed. So that's pretty good. But there's no control with this card. So if your opponent has like a D Prison or a Mirror Force or something, then this card's gonna get destroyed, and you really don't get any benefit. So you really only want to use this card, you know, sparingly. That's why you only play 1. But yeah, so that's that's the Yubel engine that I'm running 2-2-1. All right. Now these are the cards that we're gonna use in the deck to get Yubel in the graveyard. We're gonna use double Greifer. And Greifer is really good for getting rid of dead Yubel cards that are in your hand. So, you know, you can do that. And then if you have just a regular Dark in your hand, you can summon this and, you know, send Yubel to the grave. If you have 2 Yubels in your hand, you can special summon this and tribute it off for something later on. So double Greifer is a must. Double Armageddon Knight. I really like this card. I like this card more than Greifer in the deck actually, but you gotta run both. Greifer is good. You just summon it gets on the bottomless, and you just send a dark monster from your deck to the grave. So more than likely you're going to be sending, you know, Yubel to the grave, but there's other options in case you already have your 2 Yubels in the grave or whatever. So this is really good. Second card, some people don't run this in their Yubel deck, but I think it's too good to not play it. You got to play double Mystic Tomato. Multiple reasons. One, I mean, almost the entire deck is all dark. And if they kill this, you can get Armageddon Knight, right? And then when Armageddon Knight special summoned by Tomato's effect, you can dump Yubel, so that's one good thing. Also, you could search Yubel directly with Mystic Tomato. So if you want to stall, like you need to stall because you need cards or you need to go through your deck a little more, you can just bring Yubel on the field and stall out for a couple turns. So Tomato's really good. Alright. Now we're going to go into the second part of the combo. 2 Hand of Nephites. This card is good. Basically, you're going to tribute one of your monsters and this card to bring out this card, Sacred Phoenix. Only one of this card because drawing, like, you know, drawing it is actually bad. You really want to just special summon it from your deck. So 2 Hand of Nephites, and if you draw this, you know, you can still like tribute summon it by tributing 2, but really you really hope that you don't draw this card. So yeah, you're gonna tribute a monster with this guy, special summon this guy, and if you guys don't know this guy's effect, when he's special summoned to the field, like from the graveyard, all spell and trap cards on the field get destroyed. So basically, what's gonna end up happening is you're going to you know, destroy your Yubel to bring Terra Incarnate out, And then if you have this card in on the field, his effect goes off, destroys all monsters in the field. So this guy gets destroyed and sent to the graveyard by a card effect. Okay, if this guy gets destroyed by battle, it's different. But if he gets destroyed by a card effect, he goes to the graveyard, right? And then during your next standby phase, he gets special summoned because he was destroyed by a card effect. All spell and traps get removed, and then this guy's free to attack for 24. So that's a really good effect. And remember, your opponent won't have any monsters on the field when this guy's on the field, because every end phase, yours and your opponent's, this guy wipes the field clean of all monsters. So that's a really big play. And then if, you know, once he gets destroyed again, so basically it makes it so that your opponent can't play any monsters and can't set any spells or traps. So that's really broken, and this is the main combo of the deck. Some people might ask me why I'm not running Calculator because of the OTK potential. Granted, Calculator is really, really good, but I don't like drawing that card, you know, early or before you set up your Yubel play, because then the card sucks. You know, the card has over 6,000. When you have this combo out on the field, and you summon Calculator, the card has over 6,000 attack. But setting up this combo is good enough. You don't really need to OTK. Okay, now we go into this 2 double Treeborn Frog. This card's great in the deck. First of all, when you're stalling with Yubel on the field, you need a monster to tribute every turn. Treeborn Frog keeps coming back, so it gives you that option. And then of course I run one Caius in the deck. So with one Caius, you can tribute the Treeborn to remove one of their monsters. Especially if they have something on the field like Stardust Dragon. It can be a problem because with the second Yubel's effect that destroys monsters, Stardust obviously can negate it. So that's why, you know, one Caius is really good. Double Caius, to me, when I tested this deck out, double Caius was dead. Apparently a lot of decks now, if you're not running Monarchs or some type of Monarch variant, double Caius has not been working out. One Gorz is just really good. You don't run many traps. You only run 3 traps in this deck actually, and Gorz is gonna come on the field pretty easy. It's a good stall tactic once again. You know, just leaving him in the token in defense. And then of course you contribute the token with Hand the Nephites. A lot of different combos. That card's good. Sangan searches out most of the stuff in the deck. And one Plague Spreader. This is the only tuning that I wanted for the deck. I thought that, you know, the use of the, you know, using it twice just happens to work out really good. So that's why I chose this over. Some people run Dark Tinker and you know, the other one that stalls out, the level 3. I didn't really like that. This is better. Plague Spreader is way better. Okay, so that's 20 monsters. Let's go on to the spells. This deck has some draw power, one allure. I had to play this. You need a little speed in the deck, especially to get the trap cards, because that's like the MVP of the deck. So allure, you run a lot of darks, so you gotta play that. Double Handy, triple Handy is a little bit too much. Double Handy is just perfect. This is just right for the deck. So you can get rid of Yubels and stuff like that. Anything bad that you draw that you don't need, you can do that. Same thing with this card. Card Destruction, must for the deck. This you'd be surprised. While this deck is good, this deck does get bad hands. So Card Destruction, you know, you just discard your hand, get a new hand. And then of course, you know, with Plague and Treeborns and stuff like that, Card Destruction works really good. One Rhoda to search your Armageddons and your Gryphers, gotta play that. 1 for 1, search one of your Treeborns, probably ditch a Yubel. Foolish Burial, same thing. You can dump Treeborn if you got it. You can dump Yubel. You can dump Plague Spreader. Lot of good uses for that card. Monster Reincarnation. If you only run one Sacred Phoenix, so if you need to, like, you know, restart the combo, or, you know, if you didn't really get a chance to play the combo or whatever, this card has multiple uses, so you can use it for a lot of different things. So one Reincarnation. Swords of Revealing Light. Probably the best spell in the deck. You need this, especially if you draw it first turn. It's really good. It gives you time to set up your plays. Yubel can't can't set that play up first turn. Like the amount of times I tried the deck out, it can't set it up first turn. You need to have this card stall out. That's just a must. Double book. This is mainly for Stardust Dragon because he negates the Yubel effect. So if he's face down, he doesn't negate it. So double book, must have. Staples, Reborn, Dark Hole, spell and trap removal, extremely important. Double MST, True Nade, and I do run a Cold Wave only because you can Cold Wave and then you can play one of these. These are the 3 traps, Limit Reverse, and this is the MVP card of the deck. I really like to have this set already. Have a Yubel in the grave, Cold Wave, and then chain this and summon the Yubel. So then you can just, your opponent can't activate any spells or traps. And then your turn, you just put the Yubel in defense. This gets destroyed. You get the second Yubel, and from there on, you can, start your plays. So that is the main deck. Side deck is normal stuff, so Cyber Dragon, Crow, Duradark, Double Veiler, Double Breaker, and this is just for this deck, because back rows, even though you're saying that Sacred Phoenix destroys the back rows, yeah, it does, but if they bottomless your Sacred Phoenix, or they Solemn Warning it, then it's not going to be, of any use to you. Double Breaker is good. Thunder King, another Caius, because you might need the second Caius. More back row, Nobleman of Extermination and Bait Doll. Cross out, face downs, Raikos, and double Warrior Elimination. Wow, Warrior Elimination. Can you imagine 6 Samurais playing this deck, and you bring the Yubel on the field, and then they can't attack? That's crazy. But anyway, alright. That's the side deck. Extra deck, real fast, Formula Synchron. And you can't really get this guy. You do have Treeborn though. So if you Monster Born like a Glow Up Bulb or something, then you can get that guy. Armory Arm, Catastor. You got to play a lot of level 6s. Urquizus, Goyo, Bryo. Those are the 3 level 6s that I'm choosing to play because, with only one tuner, a level 2, most likely those are what you'll be sinking for. Black Rose, Ancient Fairy, Dark End. You can get this Caius and Plague. So that's good. Scrap Dragon, and Scrap Dragon's broken in this deck because if you can sync for this, Treeborn keeps coming back every turn, so you have a target. So that's really good. Colossal, Double Stardust, Chimera Tech, and a Mistworm. So that is the deck. Cyrussrulez. I hope you like it. Everybody else, please leave your comments. Tell me what you think about the Yubel deck. And yeah, just rate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, YouTube, peace.